What's going on YouTube? I'm Dark Jack. In this video I'm going to be reviewing the game Skyrim, which is the 5th game in the Elder Scrolls series. And to be honest with you, I did not enjoy the previous game Oblivion that much. Oblivion had a lot of problems with it. It was very glitchy. It had really bad frame rate issues and other stuff like that. But in this game it is far superior than Oblivion or any previous Elder Scrolls game. The game looks beautiful. It has amazing graphics. It's a gigantic open world, and you have the freedom to do whatever you want. You can choose what race you want. You can choose your class, your character, what weapons you want to use. So when I play it, I'm using the High Elf, and I'm going the magic route. I'm doing dual casting, like dual fire, or I'll do healing in my left hand, and I'll have a weapon in my right hand. That seems to be working out pretty well, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it. This video is from early in the game when I was still learning it, so I didn't realize that you could assign favorites to your spells and then press up on the D-pad to access your quick spells. Now, so far I have not finished the game yet. I'm about halfway through it, and I've done a lot of the side quests, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I'm still learning some of the game mechanics, and this game is very accessible to new players, but there are a lot of things in the game that take a long time to master, like enchanting, for example. I still have not figured out how to enchant weapons and armor yet. And this game is definitely more user-friendly than the game Dark Souls, which I did not even bother playing, because Dark Souls is not a user-friendly game. And right there I was shooting at my companion. I thought that was an enemy. Yeah, that shows how much of a noob I am at this. So throughout Skyrim, as you level up your character, you can choose perks to level up. So you can level up one-handed skill or dual casting or destruction. So I'm leveling up dual casting in the destruction slot to try to have really powerful fire spells. So that's how I'm dealing with it. I'm using weapons against enemies without armor, and then magic against heavily armored enemies. That seems to be working out pretty well for me. Now in this game the goal is to kill dragons, and then you are a dragonborn, which means you can absorb the souls of dragons that you have killed and then use them to do shouts, which are special magical abilities. Like, you can knock enemies back, or you can have a shout where you can do a really fast sprint for a short amount of time, or you can become ethereal, which means you cannot be hurt or you cannot do damage to enemies for a brief amount of time. And you have different skills and abilities in this game. You have magic spells. You have conjugation spells where you conjure or bring up enemies that have died to fight on your side, or other helpful allies you can summon. You can heal yourself. You can use alteration to give yourself more armor. You can summon a magical sword or axe that you can wield. You have lots of different paths you can go. You can go the stealth route and be a thief, and you can steal stuff. You can pickpocket, or you can go the warrior route or the mage route. And I'm trying to go the mage route, but a good idea is to level up a little bit of everything in the early game. That way, in the later game, you know exactly what you want to do. That way you don't spend your points on things that you know you're not going to use later. And I'll have another video after this where I show myself fighting one of the dragons. And the dragon battles are pretty epic. They're a lot of fun. And you can also, if you want to learn more about this game, there's also the Skyrim wiki that you can go to. It's a Wikipedia page just devoted to Skyrim. So if you ever get stuck in the game, you can just go there and type in the mission that you're doing, because there are a ton of side quests in this game. There are probably at least 40 to 50 different side quests that are pretty long, that are pretty much 30 minutes to an hour long each, in addition to the main quest, which is also pretty long. And this open world is huge, and once you've visited a particular place, you can fast travel between each place instead of having to run, because this world is huge and it would take forever to beat the game if you had to actually run from city to city. You can also hire a chariot that can take you, or you can also buy a horse or steal one. So those are some of my spells I was looking at. You've got one called Clairvoyant as well, and what that does is that it shows you where your next objective is. So you can set a custom waypoint on the map, because there's an in-game map and there's also one that comes with the game that you get. You can also buy a game guide that's really nice. It's 600 pages long, and that gives you everything you need to beat the game and do all the side quests. So overall, I would give this game a 9 out of 10. It's a very good game, and it's definitely worth looking into. It's not a game that you can beat in a few days. It's going to take you at least a week to beat this game and do all the side quests. So I'll talk to you guys later.